pa e de ba Pinaxtv na aha na nsem ekoso e wo Ghana ne ama hodo asem nso na ye ne wo eye den e che na ene no asem bisa Ghana fo bi e bisa ne se so Ato Forson so oguso a force ya na sesesi ade ope kete bi ase ada a o hu ankron esan se recently ya na Bloomberg for the information be about concerning ye Ghana cedis na omo pa che say it is the worst currency so far failing at a very fast rate about the whole of the world and West Africa and kwanemum the whole world na we enti na Ghana for bebre na bisa say aden na cost we san say 3 months or 4 months ago no na ye ti asem de na ye ti asem pa na ye nim kwa no ye nim say Ghana cedis no gain strength ema dollar no aba form Ghana cedis ahode cost ro ankankofo ebo se na ebe ya ebe koso atete niama so na nkofo nso botom aye de no sesi ade da sorry ya enya no na ye te nsem fofo kwa egu abonten enu nti se wo hwe ha no ma ye se cedi force big na yenko yenim na yenko hwe sa news ya Bloomberg for edebaye enu nti wo hwe ha no ma se Bloomberg power players the business behind sports. Enti caption nankasa no. I say Ghana cedis that is world-beating performance upended by import surge. Nana, yabema akwa abadi aba studios ni mo.
Oh, aba mejo sopa.
Where the obi baby I said then na cost of power Ghana has say I say we 9-day wonder be within 3-4 months na Cedi performing very very well. All of a sudden you see it is the worst currency
you see and do you know the shocking thing is that one more parody this particular thing say Yensake Ato Forson who is the finance minister with immediate effect. These are the MPP people.
Okay.
Can you believe it? MPP force see and almost the petition Yensake Ato Forson with immediate effect because according to them and a Bloomberg Ebeka said Ghana cedi is the worst performing currency so far. Now, you know, me who saying this for be kasa because do you know the shocking thing that is really happening?
Tell us.
Article now Bloomberg for a Troy, you see, paid. Me can't pay the more like a pay-per-view. Also now you would DSTV, no. When to your own share, so also now abroad for a movie be a pay-per-view.
Okay.
It's you see, most of the news organization websites CNN they are the crown. Also now you get access to certain articles, no. You have to pay a pay-per-view. Now, omucho articles, let's say be intimate the real details of it, no. And graphic.com, a daily graphic on website. Quickly, tools. The Bloomberg say Ghana cedi is the worst performing currency. But then in reality, no, there was a freeze attached to it. Intuition the whole screens or say Ghana cedi's world-beating performance appended by import surge. Where is the worst performing currency here?
Okay.
They were saying, okay. See an economy ni na okay, Ghana cedi it was the last 2 months was the best performing currency in the whole wide world. See a krono must start importing exactly you could decrease Christmas you first start a business exactly so what I say so based on this let's just say import it was also appended by imports. Into import Ghana for importing no oko import bi bia me buy $1 $dollar na unya dollar now they could do business and now akoye na Ghana cedi air cost we for NDC for home what I say the NDC have done their part so what I say into the I think there was some slide we need presentation the big jam
yenko yenim kakra na koyanima be read a little bit of information about it. Now see a surge in demand for dollars by companies paying for imports before the year-end holiday season has ended the Ghanaian cedi's world-beating performance. Enti nana senya na wudi kan atwe mu no. Ghana fo edu mre bia ye ba be di bro nya enti no nkofo bebre na yire omo ho omo kra ni amade ba krome no na Bloomberg for e pa kire say ama Ghana cedis na ho odin ayeden aba form no yenkoso nkan I said the currency of Africa's biggest gold producer weakened 13% so far this quarter. Enti no almost see almost hwe be bosome and 9 no yen Ghana has say we are a country I produce gold aye kese pa no nti ye shepa ye see the currency reduced by 13%.
Okay.
The biggest decline globally, according to data compiled by Bloomberg. And in almost see we are and almost data to as time goes by, no, stay with us. You better share the other countries, any other currencies are probably they are also falling short at this particular time. Now, I see that erased some of the city's 50% gain that was underpinned by a strong bullion price and saw it ranked as the world's best performer in 3 months, that is through June. And the omo comment me di one dance say be June ni mo ekọ nyina de na Ghana cedis ni na ho odin e wo ho no. Then so omo pa che say esan say niam bi ekọ na e benti no sesi ahoden na ye den ate so aba form ye nkọ ye nim kakra bi.
Okay. So this I believe say a graph about presenting.
Exactly.
And this was what was on the Bloomberg website.
Okay.
Into one more no ka say yensaki Ato Forson Ato Forson issue ne beba.
Yeah, beba ho.
Because here no say onya de. The same person so na go be so onya vice president na say Haruna Dusu as flag bearer.
Okay.
Ato Forson as running mate. Na say Ato Forson Oya koye Bawumia. You should get rid of him quick before we say government. Remember, say a similar thing happened way back in NPP time.
Okay.
The first 4 years was okay, but the last 4 years, kind of reactor, things were not going on. Only sacking is sad and people believe say yet now Ato Forson be forcing.
But no we be say 7 months, 8 months, a memory. Even to me, the engineers so they are taking such a quick decision.
And this is for the one power. The one power. But let's concentrate on the graph on your screens, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in the Kenya, you say biggest losers against the dollar. Ghana Cedi is the world's worst performer in the quarter of 3 months. So the first one I who know Ghana Cedi no and a what brown name no and no brown kind of. Now that is 13.4%. 13.4%. And the next currency no Argentine peso. Argentine peso.
Argentina, maybe a Messi if you know.
Oh, okay.
So
footballer Messi ana.
Yeah, footballer Messi of Argentina. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know that 11.5%.
And this is the depreciation rate.
Okay.
For example, compare with Sikano to the dollar. Ebia Argentine peso no say be $1 100 $100 Argentine peso. $1 was 100 Argentine peso last month. This month, $1 no percentage na ebia 11% and 11.5% back, which means $1 be 111. 111 pesos.
Okay.
So it's the depreciation here that they are talking about.
Okay.
In Russia, Ghana Cedi no, yet in a depreciated by 13.4%. That is why last month be ended, $1 was around getting to 11 cedis. 11 cedis, 10 cedi, 80 pesos. And then we know say $1 12 cedi, 11 pesos.
Okay.
So they are using this per the depreciation na kamia koye say your friend is saying Ghana's currency have lost value to the dollar. But then you have Christmas, you have Christmas. I don't say you have all of these things on the screens, but what you to us.
All right. So to us I bet to us if Botswana pula. Now Botswana pula no almost currency 7.7%, and that will be the people of Botswana. Almost currency their network red as we can see. And our Dominican Republic peso, no green. Now no 5.6%.
Hona Rihanna ifi.
Rihanna. Sa numtuni Rihanna. Hey wow.
People thought she's an American, American, or immigrant.
Okay.
Or American with American with 16 years.
Oh
wow. Yeah.
And they were making a name for herself.
Exactly.
All right. Twaso if Chilean peso. Chilean peso no so and I'm 4.3%. No and a yellow na the last but not the least so crano Ethiopian bear no and almost that 4.1%.
Yeah.
And until say senya nana and this is the depreciation rate.
The depreciation rate.
So far the currencies over the world face against the dollar.
But the dollar is like the benchmark currency for trading.
Yeah.
So I say, so that is like the benchmark currency for trading. But what should I say now? There's something there. Yeah.
Or say lost against dollar in Q3%. That
so
is
Q3 third quarter.
Every
year there were 3 quarters.
Yeah.
There were 4 quarters.
4 quarters.
The first 4 months, that's January to January, February, March, April. First quarter. April, May, June, July, second quarter. August, September, October. Is it? So the 444, which means 333.
3, 4, 12.
So January, February, March, first quarter. April, May, June, second quarter. July, August, September, third quarter. And October, November, December, fourth quarter. So this third quarter, no, the West currency, according to them, no, and this particular year, we are Kawasa.
Okay. Yeah. All right. The young course were slicing the adults on this particular presentation. Now, your course, I see major courses. Young nientia, sa currencies, be depreciating, being so appreciating, and tia. As a reason number one, no, currency manipulation. Nana, so we can say currency manipulation. Everybody know what church
Okay.
And I say near to me, forex involvement. Forex involvement. They try to acquire increase gold reserves. We have more of the reasons, so stay with us.
Yeah.
Now,
so you share the first reason here. First reason also the
currency manipulation.
Exactly. Now, the Cedi was gaining strength. No? The IMF, the World Bank, and also Bloomberg. Now, the World Bank and IMF, they said that yes, the Cedi is really doing well compared to the dollar. No? It is really showing that it has strength.
Okay.
But then they are the IMF and World Bank, they were saying that they are very much concerned about the level of interference the Bank of Ghana together with the Ministry of Finance to make sure that at the end of the day, the Cedi to the dollar a certain rate.
Okay.
According to them, whenever you try to do that, a currency manipulation, because you are not allowing the currency to have its value.
Flexibility.
And that's its real value.
Okay.
What you say, Okuta, your friend is a tico. Not tico key, Wakofa, your friend is a embo. The engine can't.
Okay.
So you have to allow it, even though the policies are told, you have to allow the policies. And also you allow the policies to play out. Not yet should be our currency in the better.
Okay.
But we'll try searching now and what they and no any currency manipulation.
Nananti say yebesa IBA cite example bia. I think that recently na mpono ebedu baby na the Bank of Ghana was quoting an amount.
Yes.
And now oko banks and so and then traders and so can say that is not how much we buy it.
Yeah.
And until so no any currency manipulation or what
can in fact utie Joy News, TV3, most of the scholars are city news, economists, almost say the dollar, the Cedi at that time, the Cedi 10 cedis, no, and you're feasible. And you're like, I don't know how to.
It's a ground.
A facade, like a show off.
A show off.
On paper, no, dear. Yeah.
All right. And a young boy, and share forex involvement.
The forex involvement, so at the point in time, no. You realize that there were strict policies. So the Bank of Ghana gives some policies, say, like you can't have a dollar account, and the forex traders, so no, you can't go and take money from a certain amount of dollars. So at a point in time, call bank now cast up per dollars. I don't know if you were witnessing it. Exactly. So this whole thing basically, and a condone this particular point, which is the forest involvement, because the Bank of Ghana was so much involved with the forest, and they were even giving the figures trading and also the forex, the interbank trading figures, and also forex here. Trump said we need figure. Meanwhile, you said forex in black markets, no?
Different.
Exactly.
Independent body.
Exactly.
All right. Then a young boy, said we back on abochin on the right price for the dollar. Yeah, number 3, I see increased gold reserves. This one, how a ban is saying a way affected the depreciation.
So,
of
Donald Trump, and one of the major things are now also a friend is saying the tariffs and the trade war. So, what did Trump do? What did Ghana do? John Dramani Mahama, buying mono, and now say, you know what? We need to safeguard our currency. Oyusu and they started investing more in gold reserves.
Gold reserves.
You know, country be over for 12, more like a savings. But you can either save in oil, your oil reserves, or you can save in dollars. And also you can save in your friend is saying gold. But the price is very static. Our price no inflation any and cost be a very reliable,
stable price.
Exactly, a gold. And a gold soon you say gold appreciates in value as compared to the oil to appreciate a bit in value, but sometimes oil price to me drop. But gold prices really appreciate in value. So to me, talk 1 pound of gold last 10 years for 500 cedis, and then it's like 4,000, 5,000 cedis. So that's what I say. So Ghana started involving and I say saving and increasing their gold reserve. Gold reserve, so to me, not gold no. You UK or more reserve gold UK, United Kingdom. And I say one case of my crew. To share Burkina Faso, they themselves are involving. On keep your good on one gold reserve. It's about time. Now about for say almost support you, they just take their gold and they just go and sell it.
Okay. All right. And into the see, I know you share assembly in fear right from Bloomberg for Ankasa Omo caption. And I be cheche mu kakra e ko share graph nanso ehu dissemination e wo sa depreciation no emu differences e wo per country. Ya ba be hu first set of the reasons. Yen koso na yen share you say possible reasons for Cedi and other current losing value. You because so na ya share hono. Adenti anani enti a Cedi no any Argentina peso ne nkeka hono eba from sa. Ntina na de edi kan you say high inflation rates. Ne to so mienu rising national debt. Ne to so miensa you say low foreign reserves. There's also na say political instability. In the
so this one is simple. Say inflation is the persistent rise and when prices of goods and commodity increases and inflation. And the national debts. Yesterday I say about a program now we show a video of Mahama. Now so debt most of these developmental projects for Bobby Sian into Bobby Sian dollars now Bobby Sian in cedis. So dollar is more like the benchmark currency.
And I will go to in dollars.
Exactly, not
I just say we seek na from
exactly. And I will share a low foreign reserves. See a Ghana, you will scan as you will gold reserves, it will UK, a Chese Ghana, you seek in there. Now we are using the money because you are voting about them. We have to pay teachers. You have to pay nurses. Also, loan. So we will have to go back to our savings, which is the reserves, and political instability. I don't think that there's anything like political instability in this country.
So far, but there are there for that. And until you are more of the possible reasons. Until you also know, I say dependency on imports. I think that Hano. A folly victim planting and you do one church and a global economic pressures. Young back to the fifth one, that is dependency or dependence on imports. Udi kai amayati say Ghana han say aba di bro nyanti akwese nkofo bebre na importing yama. And this is one of the major reasons that Emma Cedi no are depreciating. And as I'm saying, how can we as a country able to me solve this importation issues and able to me into my preferred. So there be able to me ako cranium mafia broche diaba.
Unfortunately, Ghana is in a position where we wouldn't be dependent on imports. You see, beginning to Abano, people were looking into the atmosphere. Can we still do business? If it's my account, it's okay. 6 months in the year. Say then it means the country and as the government is a bit reliable. So what must say. So after now, free open up for business. And one of the things you also have to notice that this particular last quarter, that is October, November, December. You are heading towards Christmas. Immediately after Christmas, you could New Year, 24 year cranium because So you will be out on idea and I say Udija. I'm speaking from the fact I've sold a lot of things to Nami Ton idea. Usually crowd man from China. You want to be person be crown is
okay.
Especially as a near man a poswa. Be person be crown within this particular last time before this particular 3 months before a year your friend is saying December 20th.
Okay.
Because January China for omukodi new year if any lunar.
Okay.
Say the Christmas the lunar year.
Okay.
Lunar year no mutimi stop here juma be 2 weeks break 2 weeks year juma.
Okay.
Import export goods oda enko across America for mark a friend is saying a Thanksgiving holiday.
Okay.
Most of the companies are closed.
They don't work, yeah.
Exactly. So see and go be bring import. They are importing clothes. They are importing toothpicks.
Yeah.
Everything.
Oh, toothpicks now. That's why.
Oh yeah, yeah. What
is critical?
It's import na heavy and no na affect your currency. Na say ko import here enye Cedi because my more example okwa abrochi say na okwa China say okoto ade a enye Cedi na ade be mo so $1 and I'll be used as a benchmark.
Okay. All right, the question global economic pressures now. Osha Ghana has said, are we under any economic pressure?
We are indeed under heavy economic pressure. Trump on a baseline tax of 10% or 15% to all countries. And unfortunately, Ghana was part because Trump was based on the fact that the United States has a trade deficit with most of the countries. And unfortunately, the trade deficits the United States have with a lot of countries. Ghana happened to be part. So what is a deficit? Deficit is when there's a difference between, a friend is saying, there's a difference in trading between two countries. So for example, America imports more of our goods.
Okay, now we are not in the
okay. So for example, once a Ghana, near money the US equatorial.
Yeah.
Say a skill, okay, and a ratio. 2:1.
Okay.
What I say? We export more things to the United States and sell there.
Okay.
Then the United States bring things here to come and sell. So whenever that thing happens, what country now receiving more of your friends or more goods? For export goods about our country, then you have a trade deficit with the country. So Ghana, we had a trade deficit with the United States of America. So 10%. Flat fee na Ghana yes you account. So one the pineapple, the shito, your goods will be subjected to a friend is 10% or 15% flat tariff. But then here's the freeze. You will be a friend agua.
Okay.
As agua agricultural goods, forgive me if I've forgotten the name. But no, it covers foodstuffs.
Okay.
I think say these taxes are exempt from. But aside
from that, raw materials are not say both.
Agricultural produce there. I think the taxes no agua covers at the end of the But then if it has to do with ABR, gold, bauxite, certain minerals, certain things.
Textile, clothing.
It is subject to a 10% flat levy. So that could be the global economic pressures.
All right. Interestingly, we have another pie chart.
Yes, I have a pie chart.
And also, more about depreciation na air cost. Enti wosha dia esopa wo mu no Ghana Cedi dia na eguso aye brown no na ye share no na ye 28.8%. Na ni na we are checking this in a period of 3 months. Na ufi Ghana Cedi na fe ya call Argentine peso no and also at 24.7%. Na ye ba form kakra na ye wo kokko ni mu no Botswana Pula almost 16.5%. Na yanko ya nima Dominican Republic peso de no ene green no de no so na 12.0%. And a Chilean peso no so and 9.2%. De no ene yellow no and a data to akwa Ethiopian bear no and also na 8.8% and no ene blue no. Enti ma wati asie the more about currency depreciation then so currencies and as a sika afemu yebano or man bia na krobia so far no these are the nations yeka so mo de no about form kakra. I don't see your baby say NDC government no has the NDC government stabilized the Ghana city so far where the bisa no na yeto e de amawa wo hwe ye na wutie ye e wa abonten no ma yehu what do you have to say concerning this one say ani ama yehu say NDC government so mabom omohomode e wo Ghana cities ni mu
and also their call say Nsaki Ato Forson because you see NDC is working with a very strict timeline.
Okay.
You guys inherited a bad economy. Mo track record na kama. You don't want to come and mess it up because messing it up. Opponents crown lose election no cry in the 1 year. Go pay new flag bearer and no masha campaign say. So what you the incumbent what you have is your policies and answer your track record. Your 1 year no and now the beton and exactly. So their course okay. Send a bear to force on bed than your friend is saying a chinibi ba umienti no. You need you nipo bit my year. Or share the previous a year if it's a finance minister, I think it's Setekbe. Setekbe man for say, why don't you bring back Setekbe? So I say, okay. So these are huge questions. I don't know if at the end of the day, this whole argument is going to fly with them, but this is exactly what they are saying. Yeah.
Interestingly, some other Ghanaians are also saying, 7 months, 8 months, too short a period for us to say, and I say, Yanka say, Ato Forson, finance minister, no more, no more than baby. At least no one ya cry, Bibia, my say, Ghana City, nibet me, a fan into my pa if fry, and until Yansa mano, more time now, on to me and fancy, near memory, and say,